bottom.
That looks good, guys. Right dead on line. Perfect. How's that?
That's good, man.
In the middle, we'll get a straight line down the middle.
Megabucks, big bass and big bucks on the line. The $475,000 Bassmaster BP Megabucks, a 6-day elimination tournament with a winner's share amounting to $70,000. The richest payout on the Bass Angler Sportsman Society's tournament trail. 6 days of tough rod-to-rod competition, dawn to dusk effort. 4 days ago, a field of 154 BASS pros put down $2,000 each to play for pay. Now they're down to 10 anglers, the best of the best. For the final 2 rounds, the top 10 qualifiers fish a special 10-hole course. And a star-studded field it is for Megabucks 9. Larry Nixon, the amazing 4-time winner, is back. Naturally, he's a favorite.
I really can't believe that I made it again. There's something about this tournament that I just love, and that's going into that 10-hole course and trying to control your emotions and fish as efficiently as you can in 10 holes for 50 minutes.
Defending Megabucks champion Denny Brower ranked 4th in the qualifying. Can he repeat?
I don't know. I feel good about it, but I've got a lot of respect for the other competitors that are in there, and everything's got to go right in order to win Megabucks.
Tommy Biffle, the #1 seed, caught 52 pounds 7 ounces to lead the qualifying. He's been close many times, but is yet to win a BASS title.
I'm still knocking at the door, and I think I ended up in the lead on these 4 days. I just wish it was a 4-day tournament. It's over.
Former world champion Stanley Mitchell, who qualified #2, is fishing his first Megabucks.
I've been in a tournament like this before, you know, when we won the team championship, so I know what it's all about.
Zell Rowland is optimistic his topwater pattern will still be productive in the finals.
I think it'll hold up real good, especially early in the morning. As the day gets later, the fishing's going to get a little tougher.
Randy Blockett, the #5 qualifier, may have an edge.
The water we're fishing the finals in is the same water that I caught most of my fish the first Pro-Am we had down here, and I finished 10th in it, so I'm real familiar with the water.
Local angler Steve Banks of Columbia, South Carolina is in his first Megabucks finals. He's ready.
And a lot of the fish that I've caught in the tournament has been in the next creek over, so I got a pretty good idea about what the fish is doing in that area of the lake.
Mark Davis, a 2-time Megabucks finalist, thinks the weather will play a role.
You know, it gets bright, they get harder, just like during the preliminaries here in the last 2 days. It's been bright, and it's been hard to catch them.
Davey Height, a promising newcomer to the BASS tournament trail, lives on Lake Murray and is knowledgeable about the Megabucks course.
Beards Creek is different. It's very clear water, and there's not any hydrilla in the creek anymore. It was a few years ago, but it's all out now, so you really have to concentrate on stumps and man-made brush piles and docks.
Kim Stricker landed the 10th and final qualifying spot. He has high hopes.
Where I've been fishing this tournament and made the top 10 is in the creek right next to Beards Creek, where we're having the course. And the creeks are so much alike. They've got the same structure, and I expect the same patterns to hold in there.
The Megabucks 9 finalists, a tough, talented lineup. Stay tuned. The Bassmasters will be right back with Day 1 finals of the Bassmaster BP Megabucks Fish-Off from Lake Murray, South Carolina. Pre-dawn, October 15th, start of the final 2 rounds of the Bassmaster BP Megabucks, Lake Murray near Columbia, South Carolina. 10 finalists, the survivors of 4 days of elimination rounds. Beards Creek has been off limits for months to Megabucks anglers. The finals format is similar to a golf course layout in that the creek has been sectioned off into 10 holes. The anglers draw for starting holes. They fish each hole for 50 minutes. then rotate to the next one. Defending Megabucks champion Denny Brower, who won at Lake Guntersville, Alabama, starts in hole number 1 and is throwing a topwater lure. Fishing par on this Megabucks course is a 5 bass daily limit. A keeper must measure at least 12 inches. Denny's off to a quick start. Top-seeded Tommy Biffle is best known for his flipping and pitching a jig. But this morning, the Oklahoma pro is working a topwater prop bait, a little-known Gilmore jumper, a wooden lure made in Arkansas. He's getting some action, but no results. Biffle started in hole number 9, a draw not to his liking. He's having to fish holes behind Denny Brower, also a flipper of note. But in the early morning, low light conditions, Denny Brower is scoring with a topwater presentation. He's using a Rebel Pop R or the old Zara Spook, a favorite big bass topwater lure. Stanley Mitchell's using a topwater, a soft plastic swimming worm, a lure he used with success in the Bassmaster BP Top 100 tournament here on Lake Murray in May. He's fishing shallow this morning, twitching the lure around any brush or cover, and has already boated a 5 bass limit. He'll cull with this one. When it comes to finding fish, establishing a pattern, Larry Nixon is one of the best. He's running the bank, working the points.
Seems like you need a little bit of water depth in close on the points. And, you know, there's a few fish back in the flat areas also, but the key to catching lots of fish is fishing the points. And if you have any cover at all on the side of a point, there'll usually be a bass in it.
On hole number 7, Mark Davis is fishing deeper using a Carolina-rigged weenie worm.
That was my 3rd fish. It's about 10-20. That ought to give me somewhere around 4.5 or 5 pounds.
Randy Blockett, who weighed in the largest bass of the qualifying rounds at 7 pounds 15 ounces yesterday, won't win any lunker honors with this one, but he just hopes it's a 12-inch keeper. Even ounces can be important. The difference between 1st and 2nd place in this Megabucks is $16,000. There's $70,000 to the winner. Just making the final top 10 is worth $10,000. Larry Nixon needs a keeper, too. He's had a dry spell since scoring on the early holes. Randy Blockett is sticking with the pockets, casting a floating worm.
I think an important pattern in this lake is going to revolve around fishing this shallow brush in the back of these coves before anyone gets to it. I don't know if you can see right here, but a lot of these brush piles, they just look like dark spots in the water, and they're cedar trees that people have put in off the docks.
Larry Nixon did not plan to fish deep with a Carolina rig today. He left his special rod and tackle at the motel. However, he's making do with what's available.
But I ain't sure he can make it.
However, Randy Blockett still has faith in his shallow water brush pile pattern.
Man, there was a rope sitting right over that dude. I didn't think I'd ever get him out of there. Whew. Man.
Stay tuned. The Bassmasters will be right back with the Day 1 Top 10 Finals weigh-in of the Bassmaster BP Megabucks Fish-Off from Lake Murray, South Carolina.
Not shaking, are you? Wouldn't you be?